Yeah. Microphone check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. It's truly yours. Yours truly. Carlo Banger back at it again with another episode of Making Noise in the Kitchen. Yo, check this out. Today we doing some lamb meatball sliders, alright, with a coconut curry marinara. Now this thing is dope. You seen it on the pod a couple weeks ago. So now I'm gonna show you how to do this step by step. Now grab yourself a couple pounds of ground lamb. It's a little bit pricey, you know what I'm saying, but trust me, it's well worth it. It's such a good flavor that other than the regular ground beef, you're gonna want to try this. All right, boom, add yourself a couple eggs. You know what I'm saying, this is our binding agent. This is what's gonna keep these meatballs together when we put them in the pan to get our brownness and then put them in our sauce. You know what I'm saying? If you skip this step, you gonna screw up and all this is gonna fall apart and it's gonna be like a ragu. You don't want that. Put a little bit of pepper, season to taste, alright? Now, of course, there's got to be some adobo in this thing, you know what I'm saying? But you can go along the lines of what you want to do. But if you want to stick along the lines of these cultures that's coming up in this, follow this, alright? Got some black truffle salt. You'll be seeing that a lot in this one, you know what I'm saying? Well, not a lot, but you know, you feel me, alright? Always got to have some smoked paprika. That's number one. And that's what really puts this in a play along with this chili powder. This is what's going to keep it in that region, you know what I'm saying? Fennel seeds. Usually I pan them up and roast them a little bit, but I'm throwing them in here so this way they can just do their thing. You got a nice little bite. Get your hands dirty, start mixing this bad boy around, you know what I'm saying? Take an eggshell in there, if they fall out, you know, take it out and everything, but you know what I'm saying, still do your thing. This thing is gonna look pretty at the end of this. Alright, yeah. So now we're gonna form our meatballs, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make little golf ball size balls, paws. You know what I'm saying? These things, you don't want them too big because we're not doing subs or, you know, anything like that. We're doing sliders. Alright, so you're gonna want to make them they don't gotta be all pretty and everything, because remember, you're gonna brown these and then you're gonna throw them in the sauce, so it's gonna do its thing. As long as they stay together, you're along the right path, trust me. Now for our sauce, alright? Now, of course, every marinade has to start with some garlic, alright? Garlic's gotta be in this bad boy. And like I said before, a little bit of bites of garlic in my sauce, I don't mind that, you know what I'm saying? I'm good with it. I love garlic, you know what I'm saying? So you don't gotta mince this down all crazy. Just chop it up good to your likings, you know what I mean? Because this is maybe gonna be a little treat that'll be in your sandwich, alright? Add some shallots to this bad boy, alright? Now, shallots is going to add a little bit of a good sweetness, you know what I'm saying? You can use yellow onion, you can use white onion, whatever you like, you know what I'm saying? But shallots is where it's at, and especially if you have IBS, you know what I'm saying? You could probably eat shallots. You can't rock with them onions because it get everything going crazy, you know what I'm saying? All right, so now we want to start our sauce, our marinade, all right? So I always start off with some olive oil because now we want to bring the flavors out of our veggies that we just cut up, you know what I'm saying? We're going to add a little bit of dried chili peppers and chili flakes in here. So this way it adds a little bit of kick, you know what I mean? Throw in your shallots and your garlic until them things is looking nice and translucent and you smell everything coming out that thing, you know what I'm saying? Then you know you ready to go, you know what I mean? Stir it around. Now pay attention to heat. You don't want all this to burn, you know what I'm saying? And if those chili flakes can burn quick, you know what I'm saying? So make sure if you see that they're starting to go or whatever, lower your heat, throw your sauce in there. Watch out it don't scald on you, you know what I'm saying? But we could fix all that. But yo, throw that in there, lower your heat, because then everything gonna start getting messy that even a wooden spoon can't even stop. You feel me? So go ahead and mix that around. You see how everything calmed down now? Here we go. We're gonna start bringing everything out. See them things popping, blip, 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 blip. Now, if you want to thin it out a little bit, go with some chicken broth. Don't ever put just straight water in this thing. And, you know, that's like cooking without seasonings and all that. There's only, you know, certain kind of people that do that. You know what I mean? Don't fall down that path. I'm trying to bring them over here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to bring them over here. Now we're going to start to fry off our meatballs. You know what I'm saying? Throw in olive oil. Once again, don't throw no canola oil, none of that. The olive oil, the tanginess from the olive oil is going to add a little bit of a good flavor to that meatball and give it that brownness quick that we want. You know what I'm saying? We want that little bit of crust, but we don't want it all the way around because we want the sauce to permeate in that damn meatball. You heard me? So look at the sauce on the side looking looking as it, you know what I'm saying, as it should, you know what I mean, looking good over there. Lower down the heat, let that thing sit, because this sauce is gonna be doing this thing for hours, okay? Add the meatballs in there, and you're gonna start seeing juices come out these things. And soon as the heat start getting these things pumped, like the fat that comes out of the lamb is just, that's where most of that flavor is coming from right there. And this shit is amazing, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. This shit is off the chain. So go ahead and fill your pan up. Don't go crazy, because you want to be able to have room to turn these things over. Alright, look at that. You see, there goes all that fat I was talking about that's coming out of that. Don't be scared of that. Don't, you know, a lot of people, like with the ground beef, they dump all that out. No, leave that, because you don't want to lose none of that flavor, alright? And don't be discouraged when you toss these meatballs into this sauce to throw a little bit of that fat in there. It's alright, because you can skim some of that off later, but you want that flavor in this damn thing, you heard me? Beautiful, beautiful coating happening around here. Now we want to transfer these things into the sauce. This is why they're going to finish their cooking process getting saucy, you know what I'm saying? So right now, throw them in there, and you see, I got a slotted spoon, but I'm still catching a little bit of fat, because I don't want to OD on the fat, but I'm still catching it in it, so it can, once I start stirring it around, it's getting in there and coagulating, marinating, whatever you want to call that thing, it's all up in there with it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now look, make sure all your meatballs is covered with the sauce, you know what I'm saying? Get them all on the bottom, move it around. Look at that, we at the basis. Now this is where things are going to start getting fun. We about to start adding that funk, that funketti, alright? I tasted this before, you see me just add this adobo, but of course, you know, it never hurts. Adobo never hurts. So I add a little bit more adobo and a little bit more seasoning just to get it to where I want to be, you know what I'm saying? Remember, taste your food through the way. And then this is it. This is where it starts. Add that curry. That's Jamaican curry right there. It's alright. It's alright. But this is, trust me on it. Man, this curry, now your kitchen is starting to smell crazy. Now you starting to smell now you just came from Italy and just caught your connecting flight to Jamaica right now. You know what I'm saying? And now we gonna take it back to the Indian side. Now we gonna go back over there and see this part of the world. This is why you add in this coconut milk. This is where the smells in the kitchen just caught another a level of greatness right here. You know what I'm saying? Along with changing the color of this sauce, you know what I'm saying? It's changing the consistency and mellowing out any kind of, maybe you might have over salted or over curried yourself or something like that. This is gonna mellow it out. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting any crazy sweetness from it. You're getting an even, beautiful flavor, alright? A little bit of black truffle. Remember, those little truffles are adding little hints of that je ne sais quoi. I don't even know what else to call it, B. You heard me? It's just good. Yeah, now look at this. This is where almost like a ragu-y kind of thing. Thick, but still got a little bit of liquid on the bottom. Yeah, now we're gonna cut our bread up. You know what I'm saying? Cut this bread up. These are little loaves of goodness right here. We're gonna make, you see what I'm doing? It's kind of like Subway style, what they do in Subway. You're gonna make the openings for everything to fall in there on place, and nothing is falling apart on you when you eat this. You know what I'm saying? You know, the whole glizzy era and all that. Yeah, so now we want to start stuffing these things, making these things look amazing. Look at that. See how the sauce isn't too watery? How it ain't, you know, just you see oil coming off of the bread or anything like that. No, I want it to stick to the bread like bones. I want it to stick to the bones, you know what I'm saying? So make however many you gotta make for your peoples, you know what I'm saying? But this is the start of the life-saving. I call this a life-saving technique because these things look like life rafts. Alright, so we're gonna save somebody's life by feeding them one of these things. Man, now this is where the second step goes. Put on your mozzarella. You can change it up however you want because we putting different flavors up in this, but mozzarella is the way to go. You want to still kind of keep along the lines of a meatball parm, you know what I mean? Throw that mozzarella on top, lather them lovely, because that is going to get the brownness, and this is what's going to create the picture, the landscape for the end. The powdered Parmesan, that's giving it that extra little pungentness to add to the flavors, and once that's mixing around with the melted cheese, it turns into heaven, you know what I mean? Put a little bit more truffle salt on that thing, because you know cheese, you need to throw just a little bit of salt on there to make it going. Bring it to your oven. Got my oven at 350, gonna have it sitting in there for a couple minutes, then turn the broiler on to get these things brown like so. Man, come on, man. These things look like clouds of heaven right here, might I say. Got a little bit of char, cause ain't nobody, you can never be mad at a little bit of char. If you don't like char, like New Yorkers like char on their subs and all that, so you gotta have the damn char on there. Look at that, beautiful golden brown. Almost make you wanna slap somebody, bruh. Chill out there, a little hot. Now you see these things? You see these things? This is a fan favorite, let me tell you. I've made these things for a lot of people, and everybody goes nuts whenever I make these things. Trust me, I shouldn't even be telling y'all this recipe because these things are so goddamn bussin'. That's how crazy this is. But whatever it is, what it is, you know what I mean? Yeah, throw that on there, make these things. Look, you see the colors, the exposure, the attributes of this thing. This thing make, man, people commit felonies for food like this. You know what I mean? Woo! There you have it. These things are perfect for any kind of party. Let's cut one open real quick to just show you what these insides are looking like. Pause, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things are amazing. This is something from making noise in the kitchen that is just, mwah. Go ahead and try this shit at the crib. I guarantee you gonna love it.